Good afternoon. Belana. Is somebody recognize here? Belana. Can you unmute your mic? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'll leave your mic on. Can.
All right.
Oh. And Belana. Joshi, your mic is also. Okay. Good afternoon. Let me start this session, and this session is about just to help you get started to be ready for the exams next week. And we thought it was prudent if we could give you an overview of what is expected of you to do an online exam. I'm sure most of you have actually done an online exam. For even the freshmen who came in the other day, they had to do placement tests. But nonetheless, it's also good to just show you the different types of exams and how to go about that. I'm Khan. Khan?
Yes.
Are you still there? I'll make you a co-host and admit people coming in as I go through the. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you can see them coming in, right?
From where? Because I'm using it on my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you may not be able to do that, but just leave your mic on though. Belana, are you here?
Oh.
Agnes, karaoke. Agnes?
Yes.
I'll make you a co-host. Are you working from your computer? Agnes?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I'll make you a co-host and admit the rest who are coming in.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so that frees me up so that I can be able to do this really fast. I know you have other classes, so I don't want to take a lot of your time trying to go through this. So the first thing I want to, first of all, bring to your attention is that first, I'll talk about just the exams generally, the different types of settings that you will find that your instructor can use, and they will communicate how the exam will look like. And then I will also talk about responders, and then I will take the questions thereafter. Now, when your instructor sets an exam, there are 3 ways they can set the exam, and they can present the exam in as a way that when you go into the exam, you will be presented with all the questions. What the instructor needs to tell you where exactly to get the exam. Some instructors will tell you go to a particular week, like week 7, and you will find the exam there. So you'll need to go to the week, locate the week, and you will find the exam there. Or some instructor will tell you that they have maybe created an area like the final exam area on the course menu. Remember, it's your course menu area. And then they will tell you to go and locate the exam. So your instructor will make it very clear where you are going to get the exam, okay? Now, once you know where to get the exam, our exams right now are being done using Respondus lockdown browser. And you should have installed your Respondus lockdown browser by now and tested it. And your instructors should have either given you, let's say, mock tests or quizzes or tests so that you can be able to test. Sorry? Amran?
Yes.
Were you asking a question?
No, no, no.
Okay. Yeah. So your instructor should have given you a mock test so that you try how Respondus works if you have not used Respondus. Now, we sent a document showing you how to go, where to find Respondus and install Respondus to your machine. It just basically gave the technical details of Respondus. And basically what you need for you to do an exam effectively is need a laptop or a computer, and your laptop and computer must have a camera. And because Respondus will require you to have a camera, and your instructor is going to enable the exam using the camera. So we sent this document out. In a bit, I'll be sharing the screen of the document we sent out. So this is the document we sent out to you all students, and it's still available on Blackboard. It gave the technical requirements to take an online test, quiz, or exam. And it said students will be required to complete test quizzes, exams that utilize remote online proctoring application. And this is done to ensure the highest integrity in exam completion. We are required by our regulator. USIU has 2 regulators, the Commission for University of Education and the WASC in the US, to tell them and assure them that the exams that we are doing, whether it's face-to-face or online, are of the highest integrity. And we always have to report to them and write reports that we have ensured this has happened. And that is the reason why we have asked all students and all faculty that exams will be taken using Respondus. What is Respondus? Respondus is simply a browser, just like Mozilla is a browser, Edge is a browser, Firefox, Mozilla is a browser, Safari is a browser, and we have many other browsers. So the ones I've just mentioned are the most popular ones, and there are many others. And Respondus is another browser, and unlike the other browsers that I've mentioned that allows you go to the internet, then you are able to browse and look for information from different sites. Respondus only goes to one site, Blackboard, and only Blackboard in USIU. And the link we gave you, which is this link, this number, is only assigned to USIU and not any other institution. If you download a lockdown browser elsewhere, it probably belongs to a different institution. So it will not work. It will ask you for login, but they will be for another institution. So we put out and said the minimum requirements are a computer and a laptop. Respondus does not work on a phone, neither does Respondus work on any other mobile device other than a laptop and a computer. And it does not also work on a Chrome. So please make sure that you have understood that. It does not work on a Chromebook or any other mobile devices other than a computer and a laptop. So we normally will tell you that please have your laptop fully charged to take the quiz, stable internet connection, preferably access to use a cable. Wireless internet connection normally is unstable, and especially if you're going to use, somebody uses a microwave oven in your house, it drops the link. And normally that has an effect on the exam. Responders will think that you have finished the exam, or you've tried to submit the exam, and it will submit the exam on your behalf. For those of you who are having laptops from the workplace, make sure you have administrative rights to install Responders, and then have a quiet place to do your exam. If your machine's webcam is not working, you have a chance of purchasing one, and you can plug it in through the USB port for it to be recognized by Responders. So if your instructor has enabled the monitor for the exam, which he or she will tell you, then it will search for the camera. If it doesn't find it, then it will come on. You will not be able to do that exam until it finds it. That is the time it will get to allow you to do the exam. So once you've done the installation, the file is very small. And so you need to go through this document and get to see the rest of the guidelines that I've given here. So once you do the installation, I will share another screen here for my desktop. You can see my desktop screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Once
I
you
can
do,
see.
okay, good. So if you can see, then everybody else can see. Okay, so once you install the Respondus lockdown browser, this icon, you can see the icon lockdown browser here?
Yes.
This is the application, the icon to the application which you need to click for you to get to the application. Now, this is what the application does. The application will normally shut down everything or any other applications that are running on your machine that allows you to communicate with the outside world. It will lock your email application. It will close your browsers, any other browsers that are running, any other applications like your PowerPoint, Words, Excel, and all, as well as your Zoom session or Skype sessions that are running. You will not be able to use those during the exam. It will only, once you click here, the only place this particular application takes you to is Blackboard. And the only thing you need to do is enter your Blackboard credentials and then access and navigate to the course, then navigate to where your instructor has instructed you where the exam is. So if your exam is in week 7, navigate to week 7 and access the exam. If the exam is put, let's say, in an exam area in the course menu, the instructor will have told you this is where the exam is, navigate there and access your exam. Okay, so I'm not going to start my browser here, because if I do that, it is going to bump me off. First of all, it will close all the applications. It will close my Zoom, so I will not be able to talk to you. It will bump me off. So the moment you log in and you are in your test, navigate to where your test is, locate the test, and now start a test. So right now, what I'm going to take you through is the different types of tests that you will get. Now, your instructor, depending on what they want to do, can allow all the questions to be visible. So once you access the test, simply come to the test, click on the test. Normally, to access the test, you normally get your mouse pointer. Notice that when I bring my mouse pointer to the title of this test, it changes to that small hand, and the dotted line changes to a solid line. So then when I click there, I'm able to access it brings me to this begin page. And I will go through the description and all the instructions related to the test, and then I will click begin. So when I click begin, oh, this one has, ideally your test will not have a password. Oh, sorry, I put a password on this one. Just 1 minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm back here. Okay, so once you click on the test, it will ask you to click begin, and if there's a password, the instructor will have given you a password. Now, just one more thing I've not done on this one. You can see my screen?
No, I can't see your screen.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. Uh, okay, there you go. All right. All right. Okay. Thank. Now you can see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, good. Now, once you go, I was saying that when you bring your mouse pointer to the exam title, you notice the exam title one has a dotted line under it, right?
Yes.
Okay, now when I bring my mouse pointer to the title, it changes to a solid line.
Mm-hmm.
Then that means now, and then that little hand right there and the finger, when I click on my title, it takes me to the exam. I'll be able to see the instructions, and then I will click begin. Once I click begin, it takes me to the exam, and I will be able to be prompted by all the questions that are in that particular exam. So all I need to do is there's several types of questions your instructor can set. There'll be an essay question like this one, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of email communication channel. It prompts me with this text box here. So this is where I type my answer. I can type my answer here, and I can even number and say 1. You type your also answer to item 1. Then maybe if I have 2, I can type my answer there. If I had 3, or if I need to write this all in prose, then I can type all the answer here. And the beauty also, it gives me my word count. For an essay question, you can even write up to 10,000 words or more here. And if you need to, and then at the top here, you see there are formatting tools that you are available. You can select this and let's say bold. You can select this, underline. You can select it and italize, okay? And probably you may not need to use the rest of this because it's an exam situation and you need to do what? You have also time that you need to take care of. So once you are done with this, please do not click save and submit. You do this at the end of the exam. So once you are done with question 1, notice that it automatically, please note, automatically saves for you. So once you're done with question 1, please move to question 2. Do your question 2, type your answer in question 2, and then as you keep typing, it also keeps saving automatically for you, and keep moving. Should you get a true and false question, click the right answer. Notice that it will save for you automatically here and move on to the next question. You will get maybe a fill-in question. This is a fill-in question. Type the right answer here. And then move on to the next question, and so on and so forth. You may find a multiple choice question. Read the question carefully, look through the options, then select the correct answer and move on. Then you get a chance to revise your other questions because all the questions have been presented to you, and then click save and submit when you are finished with the exam. Okay, please, let's get this clear. Do not click save and submit and you're not done with the exam. And normally when you click save and submit and there is a question you had not attempted, normally it will also tell you there are certain questions you have not attempted. You need to accept that, then it will you need to click OK, then it will save your exam. Okay, so that is one type of exam you will get, where you are given all the answers at once. Okay, and in some cases you may find that in some cases you will find that your question 1 is not the question 1 for your other, what the question 1 was for your other classmates. But ideally, their question 1 could be maybe question 20 or question whatever. But ideally, the exam is the same. And there is also a timer that keeps running, which you can always check how much time is remaining. Then you can also come here and enable this this status bar here, and it put all the questions. The ones that you have skipped will always be shown here, and you can always go back to those questions. It's also a nice way of seeing the questions that you have skipped you want to come back to later. Now, the other type of questions you will get as format of a test is where the instructor just gives you one question at a time. Again, the instructor will have told you clearly that this particular test will only have, this will be displaying one question at a time. Now, just notice the difference. There are two icons here. This one allows you to move to the next question, but the double arrow pointing to the right takes you to the last question. So like, for example, if I'm presented, my question 1 is this, I click probably this is the correct answer. To move to the next question, I should be able to, I click this single arrow to the right to move me to my next question. Then it will present me with the next question, and I will read through the question. This is a fill-in question. I will come to the text box and type my question here. Sorry, my answer. Then I will click this. Notice it is presenting me one question at a time. And notice that again, I have my text box here, list the 4 skills of a manager or a manager should have. I will type my answer here and then keep on moving to the next. Should I want to go back, I will click this and it takes me one question to backwards, and I will click this and it takes me one question forward. If I click the double arrow, and this is the mistake I see most students do. So like, for example, I'm in question 1. I've answered question 1, and then I come and click the double arrow. Notice that it actually takes me to the last question. I will attempt my last question, and then since there is no any other arrow, I click submit. So what happens to this particular student? Can, since you are the one with the mic which is on.
Sorry, if you press which button?
Okay, I was in question 1, right?
Yes.
I answered question 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I come here and click my double arrow, and notice it says last question, right? Many students don't get to see that. You can see where it says last question.
Yes.
When many students click that, it actually takes them to the last question. They'll answer the last question, and since there are no any other options, what they'll do is click save and submit. What will have happened to these students' test?
They'll miss out all of the other questions.
You will have missed from question 2 and any other questions in between the first and the last question. So be careful what the double arrow does and what the single arrow does. Okay, good. Now, so please get to know what this means. The double arrow takes you to the beginning, to the left, and the double arrow to the right takes you to the end, which is the last question. That is the on, and when you are satisfied that you have answered all the questions, then that is the only time you should click what? Save and submit. Notice that if I click save and submit right now, since I didn't do the other questions, it tells me that their following questions are incomplete. When I say yes, it means I've consented, and that's the mistake students do. They accept and it submits the test. Ideally, you're supposed to go back and see the question that you did not answer. Okay? Okay. Now, the other type of test you are setting the instructor might pose to you is where you are presented with one question and you can't go back. You can only go forward. You can't backtrack. So like this particular question here, test, when I click begin, notice that when I answer my first question here and click this arrow, I do not have any arrow to allow me to backtrack. Is that right? So I need to carefully go through this question because I only have one chance to go through a question. And once I click next, that is it. I can't go back. Okay? So again, this depends on your instructor. So I will answer this. And once I'm done, I'm sure I move on to the next. Then I'm done. I can't go back. All right? Until I get to the end, and then I submit my test. Okay. Right. So any questions? Let me try and answer some questions on here. So some students are not able to access. I think we still have 299. One more can come in. I can take out. It has reached 300. Where can we find the document you are currently presenting on in case there is power cut during the exam and the laptop disconnects from Wi-Fi? Will I be able to continue with the exam after connecting with the hotspot? This is from Annette. Yes. And that is why we are trying to encourage students to have a backup plan. Use your power banks for your phone and actually even have your hotspot on. And should the main internet connection drop, if your laptop can actually even automatically pick the hotspot, and you will continue with the exam. Should you be bumped off the exam, just stay calm. Many students panic. Stay calm, reconnect, and then continue with the exam. And just try to do this fast, because the time will not stop. It will continue counting down for that. However, faculty are aware of this, and they have in their exam given you extra time should such kind of things happen, like 10-15 minutes, that you can take care of any of these eventualities, like you need to reconnect to continue with the exam. Okay. Yeah, that is from Annette. What happens if you lose
Philip,
connect?
there's two questions.
Yes.
One is if, okay, there's somebody who's saying,
Yes.
show us how the monitor works, and they want to ask if the lockdown and the monitor are different or one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks. Now, wait up. Okay. Maybe let me do this. Did you guys? Okay. Okay. The problem is I can't demonstrate this right here, because if I start my my lockdown browser, it will bump me off. So I will not be able to. But let me try to use a video to demonstrate this. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm trying to get this video up. probably the best I can do right now is this, because it get bumped off. Please let's take a minute to listen
If
to
you're
this
watching
video.
this, you're probably required to use Respondus
Is there
Lockdown
sound?
Browser for an online exam. Lockdown Browser
Yes.
is a different
Oh,
kind of browser. While taking an exam, you can't print, use other applications, visit other websites, and even search the internet for answers. I know, it takes all the fun out of online tests. But here's the good thing. Your classmates can't do those things either, so it's just your brain against their brain. A level playing field. Your instructor will provide a link for downloading and installing Lockdown Browser. When you start it, Lockdown Browser might warn you that certain applications have to be shut down before you continue, like screen capture programs, instant messaging. You communicate with the outside world. You can close those applications yourself or let Lockdown Browser do it for you. The browser will then go to the login page for your online course. Log in like you normally do and locate the exam that requires Lockdown Browser. Remember, after the exam starts, you won't be able to do other things on your computer until you finish the exam. When you're done, just exit Lockdown Browser and you'll be all set. Your instructor might also require you to use a webcam with Lockdown Browser. This part is sometimes called Respondus Monitor, but just think of it as a webcam for Lockdown Browser. The nice thing about the webcam feature is that it lets you take exams from the comfort of your own home or from the other side of the world. Plus, you can take exams at any time of the day or night. The webcam will record what happens during the exam and the instructor can review it afterward. So, if an exam requires you to use Lockdown Browser and a webcam, just start Lockdown Browser and locate the exam. Before the exam starts, you'll be guided through a check to make sure your webcam is running properly. Additional steps might also be required by your instructor, such as showing your ID or taking a video of your surrounding area. Once the exam starts, don't give the webcam another thought. Just focus on that test you stayed up all night studying for. When the exam is finished and you submit it for grading, the webcam will shut off automatically. That's pretty much it. Now, take a deep breath and good luck.
Okay, I guess that's it, right? I'm relying on you to talk back to me.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, the question is, first of all, whether you only need to just install the browser using the link that we gave you. That is the only thing. You don't have to install anything else for the monitor. The monitor is for the instructor to enable in the exam. Then it will, at the point of now logging into Lockdown Browser, it will now tell you the monitor will be used in the exam, so it requires your mic and the camera. So it's only one installation you are doing, and it has both the Lockdown Browser and the monitor. If your instructor enables the monitor, then it will require a camera.
Philip, I have some other questions that are coming in.
Yes.
There's somebody who's asking,
yes,
does this method of examination apply to graduate and postgraduate students?
Yes, it applies to graduate and postgraduate students, all examinations in the university.
All right, there's somebody else who's saying,
yes.
Will we be required to follow through the 9 lockdown step process for each exam?
What do you mean, the non-lockdown?
The number 9. Will we be required to follow through the 9 lockdown step process for each exam?
The 9 lockdown processes, which ones? The ones that are on that technical document?
I'm thinking so, yeah.
Yeah, you need to, the installation is only once. Those 9 steps, let me see if there are 9. Are there 9 steps there? I hope that's not, that's what they are referring to. Is the document? Are there 9 steps? Which 9 steps are they referring to?
I'm not sure. The person who asked is Paul Otieno. but I can't seem to find them on the chat. Okay.
I
On
don't
another
know.
note, there's another question.
Okay, maybe let me talk about maybe the 9 steps is talking about these steps. Normally you are doing them once, like the ones that are on this document here, the technical requirements. But during the exam, when the exam is using monitor, there are 3 things it will ask you to do before you start. It will ask you to take a picture of yourself. So you need to face the camera. And we recommend that you have light pointing to your face and give your face the light to the back of your face, then to your back rather. And then it will scan, it will ask you to take a picture of your ID. And I think in a class they were asking, what about if I don't have an ID or I lost it? You may have another identification like the national ID. You can take a picture of that. Then the other thing it will ask you is to scan the environment around where you'll be taking the exam. And then after that, you are ready to take the exam. So those are the only 3 things you need to do for you to start the exam with the monitor.
Okay,
yes,
there's someone else who's asking.
Yes.
I'm asking for some of my classmates who have laptops that don't have working webcams, and for those who don't own laptops at all, what happens then?
Okay. Now, for the ones who have laptops and their cameras are not working, that is why we put this notice ahead of time. You should have made arrangements to acquire a camera that plugs through the USB. So you can get an external camera and attach it to the USB, through the USB, and it will work fine. For those of you who don't have laptops, remember the requirements for an online class is a laptop or a computer. That is why we had put this notice ahead of time at the beginning of the semester. So you should have known that this is the basic minimum requirement for you to take an online class.
Okay, there's another question, another 2 questions that have come in. The first question is, what would be the consideration for UNIX system users because it is not supported on UNIX virtual machines, and would it be fair for the school to force the user to partition their drive and install Windows for a 1 hour, 30-minute exam?
The thing is, these are the minimum requirements for this application. It doesn't, just like it doesn't load on phones, it doesn't load on Android or Chromebooks. So it's a choice the student needs to make, whether, and I'm sure a student who is using Unix or Linux application, they have the capabilities of actually loading another operating system, which is Windows. So it's a choice the student has to make whether they want to do the exam. These are the requirements the university has put, and they can decide what they want to do.
And then there's somebody who's asking, for people who used the browser last semester, would they need to re-download it?
Good question. No, you only do this installation once. Unless there's something that will force you to do a reinstallation, the installation is only done once. That's it. If you did it last semester, you're good to go.
Is someone who's asking, how do we go about mathematical questions, given that all other applications cannot be accessed, especially Excel?
In such a situation, the instructors have been guided accordingly, and they may require you to do that kind of an exam in a different way. So the instructor will guide you accordingly. They know that you cannot go outside the browser to do that exam, like accessing another, let's say, application like MS Excel. We have a situation where also some instructor wants you to upload maybe written work to the exam, so they will configure the exam differently. and they will advise you accordingly.
All right, there's somebody who is saying they had a problem with a cat last week. The webcam on my laptop was on, yet Respondus gave me the message server could not activate webcam. Should this occur next week, what should I do?
No, the thing is, please try, in most cases where such kind of messages come is because of the internet connection. And we will really like you guys to test your internet connections in terms of stability, as well as how fast your internet connection is. Normally when the internet connection is slow, such kind of messages come in because it's not, your webcam is not able to connect to the server, the lockdown, Respondus lockdown browser server. And we have found in some cases where even the hotspot from your mobile phone, the 4G and 3G, much better than some of the links that you people have subscribed to. Normally, at the lower end bracket of the packages they are selling, which at times become slower, either because there are so many also gadgets in the house using the link at the same time, as well as those kind of connections are actually shared even within the neighborhood. So you may say, fine, I have a cable coming to my house, broadband, but it is shared in the neighborhood. So it drops in terms of how much you actually being are given to access at that point in time. So that I'm saying, like at times you find that even a mobile phone works much better than some of those connections that are available. So check, there are ways of checking the speed and stability of your internet and determine which is a better connection and use that connection. And as I said, maybe a phone hotspot with a power bank will maybe be a better option than some of the connections that we have. Khan, please go ahead.
Okay, there is somebody else who is asking, one moment. What about if they don't have their IDs, all they have is a data sheet? Would that work as identification?
Yeah, put a data sheet and attach your picture there too, because a data sheet is, it can be anything. If you can attach a picture which the university has, we can check your identity on our records as well.
Okay, there's somebody who's saying, what happens to exams that are 24 hours long? Will we still use Respondus? And if we do, won't it interrupt our other exams throughout the day?
No, those are what we call take-home exams. Then you will not be able to use the Respondus. And I think the faculty have been, they know that really well, that those are take-home exams, and they won't ask you to put on, they'll not put them on Respondus.
Okay, there's the people that are asking if you could please share this recorded session on Blackboard, because people are saying that they joined late, as well as some people don't have access to this information.
Okay, sure. We will make arrangements and we share this recording. And I can see we maxed the number of participants. Probably we'll also give another chance to other students who could not join today. We will send out a message and probably do another session, maybe Friday. Will that be fair? What do you think, Khan? On behalf of your fellow students.
Okay, how about if people wrote in the chat, maybe on the public chat, what you guys think?
Yeah, they could, yeah.
There's somebody else who's asking, will the subsidized Safaricom bundle work with Respondus as it only works with Blackboard?
The subsidized bundle work with Respondus because Respondus basically is a Blackboard. It's a feature inside Blackboard. Remember, when you actually are connecting through Respondus, the only place you are going is to Blackboard. That's all. And Blackboard has been whitelisted for use with the subsidized bundles.
Okay, and people are asking about the recording of, or rather the monitoring of the exam session. What exactly is monitored? Your eye movement, your face, your whole body?
Yeah, what we are actually monitoring is your face, eye movement, as well as your body, that you're actually not moving out of the exam to go and get a cup of water, to go and consult and read maybe a document outside. During the 90 minutes, you should be focused on your screen doing the exam, just like in an exam situation. When the face-to-face, your exam is your focus is on the script where you are writing your exam. In a normal face-to-face situation, you are normally facing down on the desk. So that if that was what we would record, we will be recording your session at that time facing the desk. But in this case here, your focus is the screen that you are where the exam is, and that is what we are recording. You are not supposed to get out of that screen focus.
Okay, there's a lot of people that I can see here who are complaining about the accessibility to a microphone, an external microphone, as well as an external camera, webcam, as well as problems with internet. And they are asking how they would be able to deal with this with regards to their exams.
Remember, we had sent this ahead of time. So that students can start preparing ahead of time. So it's really surprising that many students are coming at this last moment to say that they don't have cameras and all these, and that is why we said at the very beginning, please make sure that devices have the cameras and the requisite specifications for you to actually take these particular classes, which are online. And one of the things that you need to do in an online class is an exam. So you should have prepared ahead of time.
Okay, there's a call to open the chat to everyone. How do I do that?
But the chat is open. Anyone can, and that's why you are reading the questions from, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm getting messages from Scott Bellows telling me that it's only on private. It's not on.
Yeah, so
on
that
general.
we can get. Yeah, we are getting the questions. Then that's what you are reading.
Oh, okay. So the questions can't be seen by anybody else, just to me.
Yes, it's you who's seeing the questions, right?
Okay. Let's see what other questions. Okay, there are a lot of questions. One moment. They're asking if can we have another session like this?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to propose. Maybe let's have another session on Friday for the sake of those colleagues who were not able to attend, because I could only take 300, and I think we have maxed, isn't it?
Yeah. And there's somebody who's asking how to create a hotspot from the phone to the laptop. I think this is where they're trying to do the bundle thing.
Okay. How to do a hotspot? Did you say that?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's okay. It depends on the different types of phones you have, whether it's an Android or an iPhone phone and all that. But some of those, I'm sure if you asked around, you should be able to get somebody who can help you to do your hotspot.
There's people that are saying that not everybody is receiving a test run of the Respondus thing. If they're asking if they can please have a generalized test run done by the school for every student on Blackboard.
Okay, sure. Then let me contact faculty now. We do just one test for everybody, maybe general knowledge test. And then for those who have not gotten a test run, and then they'll be able to test this.
Okay.
We will work something between now and the weekend.
Also, can we please send out an email to the school population of that file regarding technical requirements to take the online quizzes, tests, and exam, because people are finding it hard to find that document. So maybe make it easier by maybe sending it via email, the student email.
Okay, let me show you one thing. It's already there. Let me just show you where to find it. Just allow me to share my screen. I will do this. That document is actually there. Is only probably okay. Let me log off. Leave this window. Okay. When you log in, you can see my screen, right?
One moment. Yes, I can see it.
All right. I'm logging into Blackboard. And the moment, actually, the document is here. Sorry. No. This. No. Oh, sorry. On the login screen, I think we'll paste it here. This is the Respondus download. When you log into Blackboard, can you see this message?
Yes, the automatic message that pulls up.
Yes. That document is here. Simply click here and you'll get access to the document. And it says you are required to install Respondus lockdown browser to take your own. This needs to be done as soon as possible. Please read this article. The article is just here. Simply click this and it will download for you that article. So it will bring you, I hope you can see the next screen, right? Can?
Yes.
Yes. There's the document. It's right here. So this document has been with you since the beginning of the semester. So it looks like, and we ran this message sometimes the third week of the semester. So it looks most like, yeah, most of you did not go through this. And your instructors have actually attached this to the course outline.
Okay, let me check what other questions people have. One moment. Okay, there are a lot of people that are asking about not having your student ID as they're coming from semester break. You guys can
please
use any other form of
national
identification.
ID or any form of identification which has a picture of you there and matches the one we have given the university.
Can I attend the Friday class if I've joined this one late?
Yeah, sure. Just register just like you registered today and attend that Friday session.
Okay. All right. Well, all the links are on Blackboard in terms of for this write-up on the technical requirements to take online quizzes, tests, and exam, as well as a link to download Respondus. So that if you guys want to go and look on to that, it'll be able to explain to you what you need.
Yeah, it's already there. Yeah, I've shown where to get it.
Yes.
Yeah, as you're looking through the other questions, let me assure students that Respondus is a widely used proctoring application. Just do a simple Google search and you will see all these international universities all over using Respondus. And it's not something that we have just created ourselves. It's a standard being used all over for online exams. You can see Indiana University, Ferry State University, University of Houston. Actually, I was in University of Houston, Clear Lake in February, and we were trying to benchmark how they do online exams, and they're also using Respondus. And as I said, Respondus is not the only browser. There are other for taking exams, there are others, but they technically work the same way, and we just zeroed in on Respondus because it works with the learning management system that we have. So you can see that all these universities, yeah, you can see here, University of Nebraska, Omaha, they're using Respondus, and they give information about what the monitor does. Indiana State University, not state, University of Tasmania, and Stanford School of Medicine are all using Respondus. So you can do a Google search, and some of the issues that students are raising is maybe just because of fear, but basically what we are doing is to maintain the exam integrity, and this is for your good. Go ahead, Khan.
I think that pretty much sums up the questions, because at the moment there's a repetition of the questions that you had answered earlier.
Yeah, probably I've
so
answered.
maybe I guess maybe if you could please arrange for this recording to be availed to the school, as well as to let us know when the next date for the Respondus training is and the time.
Okay, sure. Let's put it for Friday, and inform others who are not able to join, and we will make this recording available for you to review it. Probably, Khan, do you think we should take some, there and see some hands that are up, the 6 of them, and then we will wrap up. Yeah, I'll start with Tom Odongo. Then Karen.
Okay. I think my question was answered because I was trying to ask on the math quizzes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay,
yeah,
great.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Karen.
Okay.
Then Winnie.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I downloaded a lockdown browser early this semester for a special exam. Okay. It worked pretty well, but I'm wondering, but I did not see such a thing like webcam or microphone or all those things. So I'm wondering, like, do I have to download it again? Probably it's been updated.
No.
Or I don't.
No, you don't. That is it. So should the instructor tell you they'll be, they need to, the monitor, they will enable it from their side, and it will kick in your already downloaded one.
So I will be able to sit for the exam.
You are able to sit for the exam. You are good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay. Winnie, then Vivian, then Latif. Karen, Winnie, Vivian.
It's based on the review by the doctor. Winnie here speaking.
Yeah, Winnie, go ahead.
Okay, so my most of my question has been answered, what I wanted to ask, but my main point was just this is the first time I'm doing this Respondus because we're not even able to do the placement exam.
Yes.
So I just wanted to know, this camera thing, is it working like a Skype thing, or how do we record the identity and recording all those stuff? Am I supposed to do prior and then I upload, or what happens?
No. Okay, yeah. It takes you through the steps. It actually works the same way, just like Skype, or if you have done even Zoom, the recording is just the same. So it will take you, once you start, it will tell you, focus on the camera, we'll take a picture of you. Now, can you put your ID against the camera? It takes a picture, scan the environment, then it asks you now to start the exam. It's very simple, 3 steps. Winnie, I answered you. Then Latif, sorry, yes. Esther. Yeah. Then Michael.
Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Philip, this is Esther speaking.
Yes, Daka.
Yes, thank you so much for this informative session.
Right.
Yes, no, I have a question that I don't know if it's in your domain or not. My question is, you talked about the 3 different kinds of exams that are possible.
Yes.
And the one that stood out to me was the fact that there's one that you cannot backtrack.
Right.
Yes, I'm a bit worried about that because given in a written exam situation, I might have maybe misspelled a word, or I might not have the word immediately, but something triggers the word and I can write it back in.
Yes.
So I think it's good that the school is looking for integrity, but also I think maybe, for us students as well, I mean, we're being monitored, so it's not like we can cheat. But I feel then now we are the ones being cheated because we cannot, review what you've written. I mean, honestly. I don't know.
This now depends on the instructor and what they are looking for. There are certain questions that are called low-stake questions, right? Recall, where we need answers quick.
Okay.
Then this one applies very fast. But if it is where you are doing analysis, synthesizing, and all that high-level order thinking, probably this is really not necessary. So the instructor will do that accordingly.
Okay, we will pray for the best.
Exam. Sure, right.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Philip.
Okay, you're welcome. There was Winnie, your hand is still up. Then I will take Michael. Yeah, Michael. Then Mohammed. Then Stanley. Michael.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. It's just that I have some friends who have been having problems.
Yes.
Yeah, with their laptop, like when they're using the responders, like either their laptops becomes dark, and in case also there's internet problem, like someone's electricity just goes. How is the school actually going to make sure that people are not penalized by something that is not their fault? Because those kind of things happen.
Yeah, true, Michael. Yeah, those things happen. If your powers off, it doesn't come back. We also monitor that the exam, you stopped at this number and you were not able to continue. We are able to monitor that. Inform your instructor accordingly. Mohammed, mute your mic if you're talking to somebody else. Inform your instructor immediately, and we will monitor what happened, and then we will advise you accordingly what to do next. The thing is, for your your friends who said their computers froze, there are several reasons a computer will freeze. Remember, I said Respondus tries to close any application that is running in the background.
Yes.
And some of your computers you have configured with so many things are happening in the background, and Respondus is trying to close them. You will see that as it's trying to do that, your computer's kind of really like is functioning, but it is basically it's trying to close some of those applications. That is why we are saying close those applications which are not necessary and leave only the browser to run for the session of your exam, and then come back for your applications later on. Yes. And for any reason that you find that it's not responsive, at times also when it's trying to access the server in the cloud and your internet connection is weak, it will also look as if it's unresponsive. that does not mean that your machine has crashed, and it's a terminology students are using in a wrong way. Give it time, get a stable internet connection, and if it does, just press your start button for about 20 seconds. It will restart your machine, and then you start all over again. Okay, Stanley, Damaris, and then Jiro.
This is Stanley speaking.
Yes, Stanley.
My question is still around the use of other applications.
Yes.
We may have some courses that requires use of Excel or sometimes even uploading PDF. Right. Now that the lockdown cannot allow those applications to run, how do we manage such courses?
Yeah, yeah, that has been asked earlier, and I think I answered it. But the thing is, your instructor knows now this well. They'll know that if such a they are administering such an exam, it will be done for the practical part of it will be done outside Respondus. They will set the exam accordingly. So probably the part that uses Respondus, you'll do it with Respondus. That other part, you will do it outside the Respondus.
Okay.
Right. The next was Damaris, right? Then Wanjiru. Yes.
The question is, there is an emergency number that has been given that in any case of any event that we are supposed to call.
Yes.
So my question is this line, because I mean, the university has a history of not picking up calls. So my worry is that is this line going to be picked up in case of any issue? Are you assuring students that this line will be available in case of any eventuality or if any communication is required to the school?
Okay, Damaris, okay. Remember right now, we have a thin workforce on campus picking the phone lines. Our recommendation is please write an email to help desk. That way, the entire team is monitoring those emails and returning solutions back to you or responding. It is faster now to get a response or a help through email. That is help desk. Somebody just write help desk at usiu.ac.ke, and you will get a response immediately. So please, the phones take long, and there's a thin workforce trying to handle those phones. The email is much faster. Did I answer you? Okay, can I get then Anjoki, Lucy, then Omar?
I haven't asked my question yet.
Oh, 10, yeah, go right ahead, sorry.
Yeah, so first to clarify on what you've said about sending the queries on email.
Yes.
I thought you said when you log into Respondus, you're not able to access email.
Sorry?
I thought when
if you have an issue, you can restart and send the email.
Okay, then
yeah, and I believe you have other devices, right?
Okay, sure.
Right.
All right. My other question is, when it comes to using the ID, which ID is being used? So, for example, mine is at the school because I'd taken leave of absence and just came back this semester. So, is my national ID sufficient?
Your national ID will be sufficient because it has your picture and other information about you.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Njoki, Lucy, then Omar.
Okay, so my question is,
right,
my system keeps showing me a pop-up anytime because there's a lecturer who's given us a mock test for us to test the responders, yeah?
Yes.
But it keeps giving me an error, 02 AWS 500. My webcam is okay, my speaker is okay, my computer has met all the requirements, so I don't know what to do now.
Okay, Njoki, I'll advise you to send an email, CC me, and I think the technical team, Ernest is here. They will pick it up from you, and we'll try and help you out.
Email is the ICT one.
Help desk, yeah.
Okay.
Ernest.
What?
Sorry, Ernest. You have been muted the whole time. Ernest.
The whole time, yes. Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
Okay.
take Njoki's issue up and let's see we resolve it.
Okay. Now that you have me unmuted, can I make a contribution, please?
Sure. Yeah, you should have told me earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, it's about support and where to get support and how the turnaround time. Now, the best mode to get support away from the office hours. So because of the government restrictions, the office only works between 8. You'll have people physically on campus between 8 and 5 p.m. Those are people picking the phones. However, during the same period, the WhatsApp line and the emails are being monitored. Now, after 5 p.m., your best bet is to either send an email or do a WhatsApp. This will be immediately attended to. And what we've also done is that we've ensured that come next week during the exam period, we have more personnel attending to these channels so that the solutions are almost in real time. So after hours, try as much to use the email or the WhatsApp line. Those ones will be responded to. And in case, and I would also encourage that in case you have issues, this is the best time between today and Friday or between today and Saturday. Just try out everything you need to know about Respondus. And in case you encounter challenges, just send it to the help desk. Send those challenges to the help desk and include screenshots of the errors if possible. Okay, the screenshots really help to get a quick resolution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ernest. What is the question? Okay. Next person. Is it Lucy?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I would like to say thank you for this opportunity. Then my question is concerning the WhatsApp number, because I'm always having my classes after 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have the number so that in case I get any problem, I'll be able to communicate with you faster and get assistance. Then I'm using the USB cable for the bundles.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be okay, or what should I do?
Yeah, your phone, to connect your phone because of the bundles to your laptop.
Yes.
Yeah, that is perfectly okay. So long as it's working for you, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and for the phone, the information will be put on Blackboard again. When you log in, you will see the information for the help desk. And preferably use the email. Email is even much faster.
So my worry is when I'm using the laptop, I can't access the email because of Respondus.
Okay.
So I have to use the phone.
Yeah, fine. That's okay. Then we will put all those numbers there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thanks,
thank
Lucy. Omar, please remember to participate in the poll.
Right, thank you. So I wanted to ask, first of all, when you're having a physical exam, you have the opportunity of making rough notes.
Yes.
So are we allowed to make rough notes on our book, or are not allowed to have a book? And does that mean that we'll have somebody live monitoring us and we'll be able to interact with them, or the exam will just be recorded and reviewed later? And another thing is, what if you are late to log in and you miss the period when people are doing the process of checking your IDs and admitting yourself to the exam? Does that mean you've missed the exam at that point?
Okay, thanks, Omar. The thing is, to make rough notes, you saw where that text box I showed you, right? You can decide to do your rough notes either to the end or at the beginning. And then after the exam, remember to just delete what the rough notes were, the points you are putting in. So same way. So nothing changes. Regarding the logging into the exam, we recommend, please, log in like even 15 minutes ahead of time. Don't try to log in when the exam is starting. So by the time the exam is starting, let's say at 11, you should have started the login process like 15, 20 minutes. By the time it's 11, you're actually ready to start the exam. Right.
So somebody live on the other side that we can interact with.
No, there's nobody on the other side. We are recording and then we review. Respondus has AI algorithms which points out any behaviors that were not authorized in an exam situation, like moving out of the screen, the camera, looking for elsewhere, moving out of the screen, another face shows up, we can hear another voice in the background and all that. All those are picked and we are able to review and we will present it to you if that anomaly is picked in that exam. And it shows us what number you were at what time and how long you took and what you were doing at that time.
All right.
Right. Now, shall I go back again? MM, who is MM? Until you tell us who you are. Please always log in with your official names. Vivian, then Ayla, Titania, then Hassan, then I'll finish with Mark.
Hi, Philip. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Yes.
It was really useful.
Right.
The question I have is to do with statistics. I'm a statistics student.
Right.
Am I allowed to have like a calculator if I don't have Excel? If I don't, can I do with a calculator, or how am I supposed to do this exam?
Okay. Please contact your instructor.
Okay.
And they will advise you accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah, your instructor will advise you accordingly.
Okay.
Different courses require different tools and all that, and the exam is set based on the requirements.
Okay, fine. So this, I think I will ask him this question.
Sure, right, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Who was the next person? Ayla? Okay, I think she dropped out. Carol, go ahead.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Mine is a quick one. I've just joined rather late the session, but it's quite educational.
Right.
My question was, for the people who are working in offices currently, are you running another session perhaps after office hours or something?
Not after office hours. I try to put it during lunchtime because I know there are students who are rushing to a class. Actually, they are already probably gone there. We'll try to run another one on Friday.
Friday.
About the same time.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sure, right. Okay. Titan? Carol? Was that Carol?
No, Carol, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh, done. Okay. Titania, Njenga, yes. Then Hassan.
Thank you for the informative session. It's Titania. I wanted to ask for the trial run, so we can be able to know if our webcams are compatible with lockdown. Will it be the ICT running the test run, or we have to ask our individual instructors to give us the test run?
The instructors really should run a test run, what we call a mock test. But let's see what we can do between today and Friday to put maybe like a mock test which anyone can actually go in there and try it out. Yeah, we'll try. Yeah, but we have asked faculty to actually do a mock test between now and the exam period. Titania? Okay, now more people are showing up. Let me start with Mohammed at the bottom here, then Edwin, Mohammed Danny.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for this lesson. I think by attending it, you have more of an idea of what to expect.
Sure.
And my question is mostly to do with the fact that since we are relying on technology, and we know that technology can fail anytime, and we will be required to obviously get in touch with the lecturer or, the ICT help desk.
Mm-hmm.
To do so, we'll be required to use another device. And what if through the respondents, recording that's going on or monitoring that's going on, this is taken to be as an act of copying?
Yeah, true. Devices do misbehave. That's why we ask you to have a backup strategy. But then when things go wrong, it means that you are leaving the exam. So leave the exam, then contact your faculty. Leave the exam, leave the entire exam, then contact your faculty.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Sir.
you're welcome. Let me have Ivy, then Edwin, then Maureen, then I think, oh man, more hands are coming. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Ivy.
Hello, hi sir.
Yes.
Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry. I walked into your class very late,
Yes.
and I just wanted to know the lockdown
Yes.
responders system. Is it like an application, or is it something you have to download on the laptop? I'm really not sure because it's my first time trying it out. Kindly, if you can just maybe do a small pre-run so that I could understand, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
sir.
we did this. Probably, will you be available on Friday, same time, and come in a little earlier?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, because we have gone through all that, and I'll be running another one, but it
Yes,
is
sir.
just a browser, just like Firefox, Mozilla Chrome, Edge, and all that. And there is a document we've just shared where, and you can always get it. Log into Blackboard.
Yes.
Into Blackboard.
Yes.
And download this. There's a window you will see that says what? With message. I think it does. With a message indicating that there's a document attached you can download. I'm trying to get back to show you. If you log into Blackboard, the first screen that shows up can you see this screen? Who asked that question? You can see this screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see where it says article, something here? Download this article for details.
Yes.
Click there and it will take you to the article that has the technical requirements, which is simply this. Where is it? Yeah, which is simply this document, and it will give you all that you need for you to install. And for you to install, you can view this video, and this is the link you need to use to install it. Please do it as soon as possible because this is rather late for you to start installing this. Okay. Okay. Now, let me start with Njoki, Mark, then Paul, then Hassan. Probably I'll end there. Njoki?
my question was answered. I was
oh, good, great.
But what's your private? You asked me to CC your email, and I don't have your
P Machoka
at
usiu.ac. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mark, Maureen, Paul.
I have a question, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's really minimal. So you're going to be observing us. Personally, I have nephews who are not at an age to understand that they should kind of steer clear from my premises. So what happens in such a case? Like, am I going to be penalized because kids keep walking in?
Yeah. One of the things we require you to do is to have a place where it's a quiet place you can take an exam. So you may just have to figure out how to work with your nephew. Normally, in any exam situation, you want to be alone so that you can even get the maximum concentration. Yeah.
But like, it's not their fault though. Like they can't.
Yeah, we agree it's not their fault, but they can probably spare their 90 minutes to give you the peace you require. It's also for your good. You don't need distractions. This is an exam, remember? I know we are in unusual circumstances, but this is exam.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Paul, then Hassan. Hassan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So our lecturer last week gave us just a small quiz to test run the responders to be familiar with it.
Yes.
So he just gave us a small 10 question. We try it out. But
yes.
Sir, while submitting my work to get back my results, it told me that I did not answer some questions, which I definitely did. So is that because of my internet or is it because of the browser?
No, because of the internet. When your internet is unstable and low connectivity bandwidth, that happens.
Oh, so it can happen during the exam?
Yes, internet is fluctuating all the time, especially if you are using Wi-Fi.
So
remember, sorry?
Yes. How do you prevent that from happening? Like, how do we prevent that from happening? Because we answer the questions, but at the end, it doesn't pick up.
Yeah, the thing is, I said that test your internet connect. Make sure even you can have your service provider. Your service provider can tell you. The provider can tell you what speeds you have for upload and downloads. Compare it with maybe another device like your 4G on the phone. Then try to determine which is a better connection. And I can tell you some of the bundle or the packages we have subscribed with really the bandwidth is not it's shared, and normally maybe somebody in the neighborhood is downloading movies or streaming videos. You end up actually pulling some of your resources from you, and that affects you. I found even the 4G is better than some of those packages you have subscribed to.
Okay, and sir, lastly, I have an old laptop and my webcam is VGA. It's foggy. So during the scanning, it will pick up like my face and my ID.
Okay. Try and see if you can maybe an external one.
It's a laptop.
Yeah, laptop. You can fix an nini on a laptop, an external one, using a USB.
So I have to buy.
Probably yes. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Hassan. Paul, then Moyo, then shall I end with the Abdul Latif?
Yes, my question was, I'd also joined this meeting a bit late, but I noticed it was being recorded.
Yes.
Because I won't be available on Friday. I have a class at this time. So is there any way I can access this recording? Because this article that you're sharing,
yes.
I tried to check on Blackboard. When I logged into Blackboard, the pop-up with the link to this article, it's not showing up.
It should show up. I just clicked on it. So it should actually work the same way for you.
I've tried to log out and log back in twice or 3 times, and it's still not showing up.
Ernest, is that for everyone here, or it's just specific people like you?
I don't know. Maybe it popped up the first time and then you click never show again. Maybe because that could happen.
Oh, is there any way you can maybe share the link to this article on the chat or something? Or is there any way I can access the recording for this meeting just to...
Yeah, but the recording will have this article, so probably what can we do?
Let's see.
Ernest, do you want to share with everyone?
Yes, let me just see if I can get a hold of that document.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll share it.
Okay. Okay, Amoy, we are working on your case, right? And we could also try and put it on the homepage for Blackboard, because the link is there. Ernest, can we also put it there?
No, on the homepage it won't be possible.
The link, just the link. Oh, it's not possible. Okay.
It's not possible, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll
but
find
the same should
another
have
way
been
of
shared.
getting it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, but the same was shared by individual faculty on the courses, I want to believe.
Yes. Moyo. Moyo.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Absent.
Yeah. Can you ask your faculty or your instructor to also share with you? They have the same document. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've just shared it right now.
Okay. Thanks, Ernest. Yeah. Moyo.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just heard you mention something about the bandwidth. I'm currently not in Kenya, so I wanted to find out what is the recommended bandwidth if I'm like checking which network service provider is best.
Recommended bandwidth. Ernest, do you have that info?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Recommended bandwidth. Where are you from? Where are you getting in?
I'm in Zimbabwe.
Oh, Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Recommended bandwidth.
Respondus.
Okay, fine. Let me just dig up some information I'm sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Moyo, we are just checking that. Give us a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Then probably let me take Abdul Latif and then.
Yeah, hello. Sorry,
hello.
I was trying to. Yeah, so I was going to ask. Sorry, I also joined a little bit late. I was having connection, but I already downloaded the Respondus and I've tried to use it. But then I wanted to ask how we're going to be using it during the exams.
Have you installed it?
Yes, I've installed it. I've tried to browse with it, and it's working.
Okay.
It's functioning
properly. Oh, perfect. All you just need is make sure that all other applications on your computer are closed during the exam. Just go to that icon for lockdown browser. Click on icon. And then the only page that comes up is Blackboard.
Yes. So are we going to be doing the exam on Blackboard?
Yes, the exam will be on Blackboard.
Oh, okay.
Then
navigate
and to where navigate to your course.
Okay.
And then just go to where the instructor tells you the exam is.
Like on the weeks, like course content or what?
Yeah. Your instructor will tell you maybe the exam is in week 7.
Oh.
They will guide you accordingly.
Oh, okay.
Then simply
so after we've downloaded, the Respondus, and we're able to use the Respondus. The rest of the information we need is from our lecturers now, yeah?
It's from the instructor, correct.
Okay. All right.
So your case, you are just good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good luck. Belana.
All right.
Okay. Belana. Ernest, did you get the answer to Moyo? Paul.
I've just posted something on chat. So according to responders, there isn't a specific requirement because it optimizes depending on your bandwidth. But I'm still trying to dig up more information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we dig up this information and then we share it in the document as well? Moyo,
sure.
we will get back to you on that. Paul, and then Belana. Paul?
Yes, my question is about the Respondus monitor. Is it a separate application, or does Respondus itself automatically activate your camera as soon as you open it?
No. It's just on the same application that automatically activates your camera.
Okay.
And that is determined by your instructor if they have enabled that the camera should kick in for recording.
So once you open Respondus,
once the instructor tells you there'll be the monitor required, the camera, it's just on the same responders. There's nothing else you need to install.
Okay.
Right.
Hi, Philip.
Yes, Ernest.
Philip.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've just posted something on chat,
yes.
And they're recommending at least a 512 kbps or higher. Yeah, and most connections nowadays are way higher than 512 kbps, so it should be good. Yes.
Oh, okay. 512 kbps.
Yeah, I've just posted.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is, it has to be stable.
It has to be stable, correct?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Belana?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Could you recap on the login process, like taking the photo and stuff, photo of your ID?
Yes. The thing is, once you install Respondus, go to the Respondus icon and click it to open it, but make sure that all your other applications are closed. Then log into Black. Once you log in, before you, it will ask you to scan the environment. It will first of all ask you to take a picture. So just look into the camera. It will take a picture of you. It will ask you to show your ID. Show your ID. It will take a picture of it. And then it will ask you to scan the environment. So move your laptop around where you'll be working. And once you do those three, then it will now tell you you are ready to start the exam. That is all you need. Belana? Belana, I hope, did I answer you?
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Great. All right. Okay. Thanks so much for coming and participating in this training. I can see somebody's hand up in the camera. Do you want to ask a question? Lihanda. Lihanda, we can't hear you. And unmute yourself.
Yeah,
yes, Lihanda. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So there are two questions I have. There was the one for when you are finished with the exam, how do you save and submit?
There's an icon I showed you, which normally says save and submit. Probably let me just share it again. Once you're in your exam, you will come to your course. Let's assume this is your exam right here. Yeah, you can see my name?
Yes.
Okay. Come to your exam.
Yes.
Let's assume this is the exam you are doing.
Yes.
You begin your exam. you'll go through the questions.
Yes.
And it's automatically saving your questions as you go along from question 1. Let's assume you are typing your question 1 there. The question 2 is a fill-in question. Question 3 is a multiple choice question. Then another question right there. Then you click here, save and submit. This is the last thing you do, save and submit.
After you finished all your questions.
After you finished all the questions. Please do not click this before you finish the questions.
The questions, yeah.
All right.
And then the second question was downloading the Respondus lockdown browser. How do you do it?
Okay. Did you see the document I shared with the rest of the students?
Yes, the one for the quizzes, exams, and tests.
Yes. So what do you have access to this document?
On Blackboard.
Yes, you can access it.
If you can send it to me.
Okay. But when you log into Blackboard, there's a window that shows up. If you click on that way, it says, remind me, Ernest, what is the message it poses?
Technical requirements to take online quizzes, exams, and tests.
Yes, there's a document there. When you click there, please download this document. It will download this document for you.
Yes.
Then all you need to do is come and take this link here.
Yes.
And download it using any of browser you are using to install it. Yes. Yeah.
I'm using now Blackboard on Google.
Yeah, so you take it to Google.
Yes.
And then it will download this and it will take you through the process of installing.
So once it takes my laptop, once it shuts off my laptop,
it doesn't shut off. No. It doesn't shut off your laptop. It only shuts off the other applications.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the laptop will come back on.
Yes, once you finish the exam and submit.
Or once I finish the exam and submit.
Correct. The other applications, you'll now be able to access the other applications.
Or once I've downloaded the lockdown browser, it's come on, then it goes to Blackboard, then I can carry out the exam.
Correct, yes. Only through Respondus, yes.
Only through Respondus. And the number is required for downloading the Respondus.
No, don't. Yeah, this one is unique to USIU. All you need to do is take this entire URL. You know, this is called a URL.
Yes.
Post it to Google, and it will take you to download.
Yes.
And then you will be able to download and install this. Should you have any problems installing?
Yes.
Get in touch with our IT support department at helpdesk.
Yeah.
.usiu.ac helpdesk.
Yes,
at usiu.ac.ke.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they will be glad to help you.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you say that we are required to take a picture of our ID and scan the environment.
Yes.
Then that's when.
After that is when you start the exam.
Okay.
Yes.
So what if it does not agree with the environment you're in?
No, it doesn't have to agree. The only thing is just to make sure it's just scanning to make sure that there are no. The instructor can, when they are reviewing, they see that there were no items like books and other devices that you are trying to use to access the exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm downloading the lockdown browser, the computer will shut off. Then it will restart. Then,
no, the computer doesn't shut. No.
Yes.
The computer does not shut off.
Okay.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will just restart and I'll start the exam.
The application will just load. Then you'll just need to start the browser. Just like the way you start your Chrome or Edge or Firefox, Mozilla.
Or Firefox, yeah.
Yeah, just the same way. Nothing different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you want me to ask? Okay.
Sorry?
Which double, ma'am?
Sorry?
Oh, what about just 1 minute?
Yes.
There was something I wanted to ask about the double.
Double.
Double. About which double? Oh yes, yes. I had chatted.
Yes.
About the single arrow and the double arrow. How are we
Yes.
supposed to use them?
No, those arrows, it depends on how the instructor has structured your exam.
Yeah.
For example, your instructor will give you the entire exam at the same time, and you will be able to see all the questions. So the issue of the double arrow doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if the instructor says that you are going to be seeing one question at a time,
yes.
Like let's say this type of a test.
Yeah.
Then
yes,
for you, once you start the test,
yes,
you will notice that there are some 2 arrows here.
Yes.
There is the single arrow. This allows you to move from one question to the other.
Yeah.
Like from question 1, then to question 2, then to question 3. But the double arrow, you can see the double arrows at the end. This moves here, where my mouse pointer is.
Where your mouse pointer is?
Yeah, here. You can see these double arrows.
On top over here.
No, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Can you see my car?
Your cursor.
Yes, you can see it.
Yeah.
Can you see this icon here?
The screen is just showing your names and Anne's and Amran's.
No. Then you are not seeing what. Are you seeing my Blackboard screen?
Yeah.
The rest. Can you
yes.
still with me? You can see my screen.
Yes. Yes, I
can. You can see the double. Yeah. Now, can you see my okay, this Lihanda, right?
Yes.
Can you see my cursor?
Yeah, I can see your cursor.
Can you see where I'm showing question 3 here?
Yes.
You can see list 4 skills of a manager.
Manager, yes.
Can you see this is where you're supposed to type your answer?
Yes.
Okay. Can you follow my cursor? And can you see where I'm pointing to?
Now my face, your name,
okay.
Annette.
Can you do this, Minimize that window which is showing the names. Minimize
let me minimize.
Just that small window that is showing names.
Yeah.
You've minimized it.
Yes.
Okay, now can you see my cursor?
Yeah, I've seen your cursor.
Now, can you see these double arrows?
Yeah, I've seen.
Oh, good. Now, this takes you to the beginning, to the first question.
Question.
And you notice that I'm going to question 1,
Yes.
And now, this time around, if I connect, can you see the double arrow pointing to the right?
Yes, to the right.
Yeah, this takes you to the end of the test.
Yes.
And this is where you will click save and submit, and your test will be submitted. But if you are now at the beginning of the test, yeah, you will do your first question, then click the single arrow to move to the next question, not the double arrow.
Question, not the double arrow.
Yes. So this me to
Yeah.
the next question.
Yes.
I'll do my next question, then I'll come to the single arrow.
Yes.
Then move to the next.
Yeah.
Until I'm done.
Yeah. So if I'm in question number 5 and I want to come back to question number 1, I just press the single arrow.
You can press the single arrow to bring you one question at a time.
Yes.
But that will take time since you want to go all the way to question 1. Or press the double arrow, take you to the first question.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear. So going from question 1 to question 2, I just press the single arrow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Question 1 to question 2.
Question 2, yes.
Okay, question 1 to question 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, remember I also showed another test where you can only go to one question at a time, and then you can't go back.
Yeah.
Like this one, this kind of a test.
Yes.
Let me show you. This kind of a test doesn't have a double arrow.
Yes.
And once you are done with one question, let's say I'm in question 3, right? And when I click this single arrow, it takes me to question 4.
Yeah.
But I can't go back. Yeah?
Yes.
So here we don't have double arrows.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your instructor will tell you the kind of test that they'll be administering.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And feel free to ask your instructor, are you presenting the entire test? Or are we going to see one question at a time?
Yes.
Or the test will just give us one question. Once we are done, we are not able to come back. So that you are sure what to do in that exam.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I answer you?
Yeah, so the double arrow will just take me from question 1 to question 5.
Yeah, not fast, to the last question. If the question has 10 questions or 20 or 30, it will take you to the last question.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Any other question?
For now, I'm grateful for all your information.
That's
to
good.
God for all the information.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Lihanda. Let me get the last question from Faith, and I'm done. Faith, go ahead.
So
and I hope, sorry, Faith. Faith.
So we present to the
Faith.
Oh, hi, Philip. How are
Hi.
you? My question is, I've done placement exams with this platform before.
Yes.
And the webcam issue there, and I understand I have an exam this afternoon.
Yes.
And I'm advised by the lecturers that the webcam will not be, the monitor that is, will not be part of what we'll be required to do. So when I'm logging into the respondents, am I allowed also to take my ID picture, scan my picture and my desk?
No, if your instructor has said they will not use the monitor, then you will not require that. It will look the same like your placement test, right? But you may go to another class and they tell you they require that. So then you need to do all that.
Yes, I just wanted that clarification for today. But in case for the monitor now, I also I've gotten that as well.
Correct. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Faith was the last question, but I can see Peter here.
Hello, Professor. How are you doing?
Hi.
Afternoon. My apologies, first of all, for turning up a bit late.
Yes.
I was really caught up in another meeting.
Yes.
But sort of just a quick overview. This is applicable to the placement test and any other examination that we're doing, yeah?
Yeah, any exam you'll do in USIU, we are having it done on responders unless the instructor has advised otherwise, based on the technicality of the course.
Okay.
Yes.
A quick overview.
Yes.
Could you kindly just guide me with a path that I'm supposed to take, any key points that I'm supposed to take, and also when the placement exam is?
Okay. Are you a graduate student?
Yes, I
am. Okay, since I've already taken students through these, and I think the rest will to maybe go to classes, yeah, and attend to other things. Probably, are you able to join a Friday meeting at the same time, 12:30?
Okay, fine. That is fine. Let me just jot that down. Can I also have your telephone number? Maybe you can direct message me, or after this meeting, I can take it and just give you a call.
No, just send me an email through pmachoka@USIU.
pmachoka@USIU. I think I have it. You sent me one yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot, Professor.
Okay, karibu.
Okay.
Okay, thanks so much. Where is Khan? Thanks for being a good host for me, co-host. Where is she? She left. Khan, are you still here? All right, thanks, Ernest, and all the participants. And it was a great session, I believe. And I think I saw your polls here. Let me share the polls results. And I believe this session was beneficial. If there's anything, please join us again on Friday and ask your other classmates or schoolmates to join. They will benefit as well. Thanks so much, and you have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.
So, excuse me.
Yes.
Related to the exam. So about the responders.
Yes.
You said we'll download it, and then it will come and load and then start working on Blackboard.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lihanda,
then
are you able to get in touch? Send an email to our help desk. Ernest, are you here?
Yes, yes.
Please, can you take Lihanda's contacts and help her with the procedures to download and install that responders?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Just send us that email and we'll respond to it.
Okay.
The help you have the email for the help desk?
helpdesk@usu.ac.ke.
Yeah.
Correct.
Indicate your name clearly, Lihanda Magotsi, right?
Yes.
We'll pick it up and help you out.
Yes.
All right. Okay, see you. Yes.
See you. Then I can ask my lecturer what's coming, which test, and to see how it will go.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye. Okay,
Bye.
see you guys. You all have a lovely afternoon. We see you on Friday, and good luck in your exams. Bye.
Yes, yeah.